Massachusetts Transportation Secretary Gina Fiandaca will be stepping down from her position, according to officials with the Healey administration. Officials say she'll continue her work until September 11th, just months after her appointment in January of this year. She'll transition to an advising role until the end of the year to ensure a smooth transition. And Transportation Undersecretary Monica Tibbetts-Nutt will assume the role as acting secretary. In a statement, Governor Healey said in part, quote, "The Department of Transportation will be in good hands and well positioned to continue this important work with Monica Tibbetts-Nutt as the acting secretary, as she has a deep knowledge of our transportation system and a commitment to public engagement and equity."